My name is Tim Heath and I'm the author of Twiggy Rattlesnake and the Echoes of Greatness, and in today's video I'll be reading chapter 1 of this second book in the series, in the Twiggy Rattlesnake series, which follows on from book 1, which is The School of Time and Space. So chapter 1 is called The Five Visitors. 5 hooded figures standing on the pavement before dawn would have been a strange sight for anyone looking. They had not travelled via the corridors to get there. No car alarms were going off. It was early, still relatively dark, though it wouldn't stay that way for long. They looked at the street, the agreed meeting point. No words would be spoken. Each knew why they were there. Across the street was a line of Victorian houses, tall and thin, each one 3 stories high, each with their inhabitants still soundly sleeping. If any of the 5 knew that in the house directly opposite their meeting point, a young boy named Twiggy Rattlesnake was sleeping, they did not let on. However, they hadn't known, and their purpose for being there was merely practical. One of them pulled out their orb, this bringing the focus of the group back from the surrounding street, the dark houses, the reddening sky. Did such a sky bring its own omen? The button pressed on the top of the orb opened their corridor. Without delay, one of them stepped in. The other 4 watched in anticipation. It shouldn't take long. The hooded figure vanished from sight, having entered their corridor. He should be back soon. Their return would prove one thing. Their return would change everything. The remaining 4 stood there in silence. Curtains twitched on the second floor of the house opposite as the seconds passed. They held their breath. As a minute ticked around, they looked at each other, concern giving way to panic, panic to fear. "He's failed," someone finally spoke, breaking the silence as the sun broke the horizon. "We don't know that yet," but they did. Every passing second only proved that all the more. It hadn't been him, like he'd convinced them it was. He'd not had the ability. They refused to think of what that meant for him. It also meant one of them would be next. One of them had the ability. However, for now, they needed to be gone from there. "Let's go," another said, a full 2 minutes passing since their leader had stepped into their portal. The other 3 seemed reluctant. To leave was to admit defeat, yet they knew it was possible. More than that, they knew they had attempted the near impossible. Get caught, and they would be in serious trouble. A light came on in the house opposite, enough to cause movement in the remaining 4. "We go," they confirmed. Orbs raised, corridors opened, as one by one they stepped away, fleeing in panic, exiting in defeat. They had gone. The street was empty once more of visitors. As lights came on, the sun now clear of the horizon. Another warm and bright day ahead for all, except one.